Hey Trent,
Hey,
welcome
how's
to
it going?
UCF. Brandon Helmer
Thank
with
you.
Rivals. Nice to see you again. Just kind of talk to me about this process. UCF's obviously a familiar school to you with your father's ties, and now Darren Henshaw coming into BOC. He was your dad's quarterback. So, what was this process like, and why did you choose UCF?
Yeah, the recruiting process was a long month and a half, I guess you would say, but I'm really glad that I ended up settling here. Obviously, my prior relationship with Coach Malzahn, as he mentioned, he'd known me out of high school, and he's also recruited, my little brother, my cousin. They didn't end up here, but my family has always spoken really highly of him, and I was able to experience that through the recruiting process as well. And then Coach Henshaw being hired, obviously I had a previous relationship with him as well, so I'm very excited about that. And Coach Hurd, my position coach as well, we've gotten off to a great start. So all those factors together really led me here.
Trent, Jason Beatty with the Orlando Sentinel. Some guys have an idea of what UCF's done the last 4 or 5 years, playing in different bowl games and whatnot. But from your perspective, growing up with your dad, playing at UCF, what were your impressions, growing up and playing football at UCF?
Yeah, I always watched some old film of my dad playing, and it was obviously a school that was close to my family's heart, I guess you would say, their success. So I always knew what was going on with UCF football, and obviously didn't end up here out of high school, but I'm really excited that I'm here now and able to be a part of moving into the Big 12 and be on that first team to do that. So that really excites me.
Trent, Matt Marshall from the Orlando Sentinel. Yeah. What was the transfer process like for you, and was it similar to what you experienced in high school when you were coming out and being recruited by colleges around?
Oh yeah, I guess you could say it was decently similar. I think that as an older guy, I'm a grad transfer, so I'm looking for maybe a more plug and play, ready situation, as a lot of guys are who enter the transfer portal who maybe already have experience. So I think it's maybe a little bit different in that aspect, but it is the same that your phone's blowing up and you're taking calls again, and in that aspect, it does feel like high school.
Trace Trolko, Sons of UCF. With your family's ties to Florida and UCF, what was that decision-making process when you chose to go to Florida at that time?
I just felt like Florida out of high school was the best spot for me, and it was a great time at Florida. Obviously, earned my degree. I'm an alum now, so no regrets on that decision, and really enjoyed my time there. And then I just think it's cool that I'm able to also spend some time here. Both places mean a lot to my family, so I'm thrilled to be able to fulfill both of those, something that I didn't necessarily foresee, but I'm happy that happened.
What do you hope to provide to the team, and maybe what do you think are your best strengths playing wide receiver?
I think I'm a guy who can be really consistent and move all around the field. I've played a lot of inside since being in college, and I've played outside as well, maybe more recruited to do that out of high school. So I feel comfortable in both those areas, and really just feel like I can be, plugged into whatever the need is, going into whatever game or anything like that. So I think just being versatile and consistent.
Max Gamara, NSM Today. The Big 12 schedule release was yesterday. Are there any games that catch your eye that you're particularly excited about?
As Coach Malzahn would say, we're just looking at the first one right now. But, yeah, it's definitely cool to be headed to a whole bunch of new venues, a whole bunch of new stadiums. I'm coming from the SEC. I don't think I've been to any of the places that we're headed to play. So I'm really excited about that. As a college football fan, I enjoy getting to see new places on the road or playing new teams that come here to UCF. This is a great atmosphere as well, and I'm really excited for the home games as well. So maybe nothing in particular to circle on the calendar, but just really excited to be in a new conference and new experiences.
I know the season's a long way away. You want to go 1-0, as you said, focus on the first one. But, the schedule comes out. You have a team meeting. What are the guys talking about? What are your expectations? What do you guys want to try to accomplish year one in the Big 12?
We're coming in with the mindset that we want to, go win the Big 12 championship. I think if you don't have that mindset, then you're just wrong at that point. So that's the team's mindset. We're excited to come together. I think that really brings the team together, as well as all the transfers that, the team is in a way starting fresh in a new conference. So I think that'll really bring us together, and we're looking to make a splash.
Did you maybe look at TCU? Did you pay attention to what they came out of nowhere last year? No one would have ever thought they would have been sniffing the playoff, let alone playing in the championship games. That's something maybe you look to for as inspiration?
I haven't thought of it necessarily in that way, but you're right. They did come from, I'm not sure what their record was the previous year, but not the best to all the way to the playoff, and they did that through this conference that we'll be a part of this coming year. So that definitely gives us hope that, if you perform well in this conference, then you're going to get rewarded on the national stage, and we're looking to try to accomplish that.
With you playing quarterback in high school and the announcement of Tom Brady retiring, what are your thoughts on his contributions to the game? And I'm Nick from News 13.
Yeah, Tom Brady, obviously, I don't know him personally or anything like that. Wish I did, but he's the greatest to ever do it, in my opinion. Grew up watching him since I can remember. I think he's actually been playing since I was born, somewhere around there. So maybe before I was born, actually. So, yeah, for me, it's just always been a part of football, and I'm sad to see him go, sad to see kind of that generation of quarterbacks that I grew up watching, be done. But, yeah, props to him on a heck of a career, the greatest of all time.
You talked about the excitement of seeing the schedule. What does it mean to you personally to know you're going to be a part of that first team for UCF in this Big 12?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think it helped in the recruiting process of myself and other transfers, as Coach Malzahn mentioned. We're headed to a national stage, a bigger stage, and, I'm excited for that. I think as players, we live for those type of moments, those big games, and we're going to get a whole bunch of them this year. So I'm excited.
You were just asked about Tom Brady, but who was your favorite player growing up? Did you have a favorite player?
Like professionally?
Yeah, you're a little kid, you watch the guys on TV, NFL on Sunday. Who did you like?
I've always been a big Aaron Rodgers fan. I tried to play quarterback like him in high school. Probably didn't do that to a T, but attempted to. So I'll go with Aaron Rodgers. He's still playing today. So
You're you can play quarterback.
Yeah.
I know you've got passing touchdowns in college. I think you threw one to Kamori Gamble, who was here last year at UCF. So is that an element of your game that maybe we might see incorporated at some point in the future?
yeah, maybe not too long-winded of an answer. We'll try to keep it quiet, but yeah, maybe a trick play here and there.
And you talked about seeing old film from your dad. How much has your dad talked about UCF and how important it is to him?
Oh yeah, it's super important to him. He made so many good friends here, so many good relationships, and really performed really well in the field. And he's very excited that one of his sons gets to come, try to carry on that legacy, and it's an honor for me. And he's just been excited. He came down here the other day, helped me move into a place and everything, and was just showing me around. I think everything's changed a little bit since 1994, whatever it was. But yeah, he's very excited.
He's got a lot of stories.
A lot, yeah.
How's the early going been with John Rice, kind of getting to know him and as a receiver and quarterback, just kind of getting that chemistry down?
Yeah, I'd never met John Rice actually until I came to team meeting on that first day, and he's been outstanding. Just a great friend already. Shout out to him and Alec Holler. Those were kind of the guys that really took me in the first couple of days I was here. And there's so many good guys on the team, and it's been such a cool transition. Very, very friendly. I felt like I fit right in right away. So huge shout out to those guys. They've been awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Trent.
Thank y'all.